The presidency didn't scare them. Trump did.
January 20th, 2017. A transfer of power. Washington followed its ritual. Oaths were taken. Cameras recorded history. But behind closed doors, something was already different. Intelligence agencies watched carefully, not with celebration, but with caution. Donald Trump was president, yet trust never followed. From the very beginning, briefings became selective. Language became measured. Information slowed down, not officially, but quietly. Trump questioned intelligence publicly. Agencies noticed immediately. This was unusual. Presidents criticized privately, not on open microphones, but Trump challenged openly. Again and again, the intelligence community adjusted. Risk assessments changed, not written publicly, but noted internally. Trump did not trust them. They did not trust him. This mutual distance mattered, because intelligence relies on trust. Without trust, systems fracture. Briefings became shorter. Details were withheld, not lies, but omissions. Sensitive sources stayed unnamed. Operational specifics blurred. Trump noticed and pushed harder, publicly, aggressively. The system responded defensively. This was not rebellion. It was containment. A sitting president, treated as a variable, not a constant. That decision changed everything, because intelligence never forgets. When trust breaks, it is never restored completely. From that moment, Trump was monitored differently, not illegally, but cautiously. The concern was not ideology. It was predictability. Presidents follow patterns. Trump disrupted patterns. He spoke without filters, sometimes without preparation, sometimes without verification. Intelligence depends on discipline. Trump depended on instinct. That gap widened quickly. Daily briefings became tense. Questions went unanswered. Follow-ups were delayed, sometimes intentionally. Trump noticed resistance. He called it sabotage. Agencies called it caution. Both sides hardened positions. Internal memos circulated quietly. Risk exposure increased. Uncontrolled disclosure feared. Foreign intelligence monitored closely. Not Trump's policies, Trump's behavior. Allies expressed concern. Privately, very privately. Information sharing slowed internationally. Channels narrowed. Trust became conditional. Inside Washington, a new term emerged. Selective exposure, not classified publicly, but practiced silently. Trump received summaries, not raw intelligence. Analysis over data, interpretation over evidence. This was unprecedented. Previous presidents demanded depth. Trump demanded control. Control over narrative. Control over timing. Intelligence does not serve narratives. It serves risk reduction. The mismatch grew louder. Leaks began appearing, not from Trump, but around him. Each leak increased suspicion. Each denial increased distance. The file grew thicker, not with crimes, but with uncertainties. Uncertainty is dangerous, especially at the top. Trust was never restored. It was managed. and management has consequences. The breaking point came quietly. No announcement, no press conference, only internal adjustments. Access levels were revised, briefing circles narrowed, names quietly removed, protocols rewritten. Trump was not informed. That was intentional. Intelligence agencies adjusted posture. Defensive, not cooperative. Monitoring increased internally, not foreign threats. Internal exposure risks. Some files stopped circulating. Others were delayed. Several never arrived. Trump noticed absences. He demanded explanations. Explanations stayed vague. Need to know, they said. That phrase carried weight because Trump was president, yet treated differently. That contradiction lingered. Foreign leaders sensed it. Meetings became scripted. Off-record conversations vanished. Diplomacy stiffened. Allies reduced exposure. Adversaries watched closely, testing boundaries, waiting for mistakes. Inside agencies, debates intensified. Ethics versus hierarchy. Duty versus authority. Some argued loyalty. Others argued containment. Containment prevailed. Quietly. Systematically. Without formal declaration, Trump remained commander-in-chief. But information flowed selectively. That distinction mattered. It always does. Power without insight is fragile. Insight without trust is dangerous. Washington understood this well. Trump did too. But differently. The gap never closed. It hardened, and history was watching. The file was never closed. It was suspended. That distinction matters. Closed files disappear. Suspended files wait. Waiting implies uncertainty. Uncertainty implies risk. Agencies don't wait lightly, especially not on presidents. Yet they did, because trust never formed. Not fully, not quietly, not recoverably. Every administration leaves shadows. This one left fractures. Inside classified systems. Inside briefing rooms. Inside intelligence culture. Some analysts retired early. Others transferred quietly. A few stayed silent. Silence is also data, and silence accumulates. Years later, questions remain. Why were protocols rewritten? Why access narrowed? Why safeguards multiplied? Official answers stay absent, because explanations expose systems, and systems protect themselves, regardless of leadership, regardless of elections, regardless of narratives. Trump left office. The file did not. It remains archived, flagged, restricted, unreadable to outsiders, and that tells everything. If nothing happened, there would be closure. There is none, only layers of quiet and unanswered restraint. This isn't about Trump. It's about precedent, about institutional memory, about invisible limits, the limits of trust, the limits of power, and who defines them. If this disturbed you, it was meant to, because these systems persist. Long after headlines fade, share your thoughts below, not for agreement, but awareness. This channel documents patterns, not isolated events. If you want to see what stays hidden next, subscribe. Some files never open. They just wait.